Hello.
Welcome to Bad at Board Games.
Well, he's bad at board games.
I'm Brad Lake.
And I'm Toph Ferguson.
We're bad at board games, so you don't have to be like Toph.
You don't want to be like Toph.
No, nobody does. Not really.
Not at all. Not at all.
Anyway,
Of course,
what are we
nobody wants to be like Brad either.
Yes,
So.
this is very true.
Yeah.
Very true. What are we talking about today, Toph?
Today, we are getting back to our top 100 games of all times as of January 2024. And this video is going to be our games that are ranked from 90 down to 81.
Yay. And we'll try to remember to say the name of the game and the number as we go.
Yes.
So we say it too much. Just realize we're making an attempt to make sure we say it.
Yeah, those of you, because we know some of you do, who listen as opposed to watching the videos, we're going to do our best to be able to get that at the beginning of the number so that you're able to know what we're talking about. Sometimes we don't know what we're talking about either. It is what it is.
It does happen that way.
At least we do have our games finally ranked, and I think we're ready to jump into it.
I think so.
Fantastic.
A little volume fun stuff going on here. All right, this one is high on BGG's top 100 list, but low on my 100 list. But it's still a good game. Honestly, the reason it's at number 90, Concordia, number 90, Concordia, I'm just being a jerk now, is we don't play it much.
Yes.
It's a really good game. I really like this game. You know, kind of like, Castles of Burgundy, there's others. And if I played it as much as I played Castles of Burgundy, this would probably be up there as well.
Yeah.
But Concordia is a great game. It just doesn't hit the table with all the things we try to do around here.
Yeah. I absolutely love that game, and I knew you would. I knew.
Yeah, it's action selection. It's like, I found the first time trying to learn the rules a little wonky.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what it is. But Castles of Burgundy's rules, original ones, are written like garbage too. So I think it's just trying to understand what's going on there. But it's a great game. We've played it 2, 3, 4. I haven't found a bad player count.
No, it scales quite well, and it's an older game, so the rule set's definitely an older rule set, and kind of that era of probably not putting as much time into rule books like people hopefully do today, although some don't. But
some don't.
Yeah, but it's a good one. So that is your number 90.
That's my number 90.
Awesome. My number 90 is I love this game. My number 90 is a game called Evolution. However, the game that I like the most of all the Evolutions is called Evolution: The Beginning, which is kind of a scaled down version. They're dinosaurs. Scaled down version of Evolution. I do have Evolution as well. Evolution is a lot more cutthroat, surprisingly, than this is. At least I feel like it is. There's a little bit more going on in it and stuff. But this one, The Beginning, is kind of getting your feet wet into the Evolution trilogy or whatever it is. It's a card game. It is simply nothing other than building some dinosaurs and eating. And some people like to build dinosaurs that eat other people's dinosaurs.
Your other opponent's dinosaurs is fun.
So fun game. You're kind of putting characteristics and building up your dinosaur.
You can play this a couple times in a night. It's a good length game too.
Yeah, so they're saying 30 minutes. I've had games I think go longer and games that have gone shorter. But I was going to say about 20.
I was going to say probably player count dependent.
Yeah,
like we were playing 4 players.
That adds.
I enjoy 4 players. I think it's a lot of fun at 4.
I do too. I don't enjoy this at 2.
Yeah.
I would play it at 2, but I don't really enjoy this one at 2.
Yeah, I would say best player counts 4.
Yeah. So that is my number 90, Evolution: The Beginning.
Cool.
So
the next one on my list is not mine, it's Derek's. And I guess it's a Grail game and can't get it really anymore, is Shadows over Camelot.
Yeah.
That's a fun game. And I got eliminated early in that game and I still enjoyed the game. So the last time we played it at least. So but yeah, I can see, I'm surprised they haven't done another printing of it. I'm sure. I would assume sooner or later someone's going to print that, but like to try to pick that up secondhand is very expensive.
It's like $500.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth it.
No.
To try to go out and get it. But I would assume sooner or later, especially with the resurgence of like Deluxify, Castles of Burgundy, do this, do that, all these. I would assume Shadows over Camelot at some point is going to. But
yeah,
who
it's
knows?
Days of Wonder, right? You don't have the Bucks.
I think that is correct.
I think it is. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Man, I enjoyed it a lot. I like that
Hello
game.
and welcome to tonight's show.
Sorry, just throwing in sound effects. Anyway,
You succeeded.
Yeah,
You
thank
were
you.
winning at that.
thank you. Number 89, Shadows over Kindle.
Okay. That's a very long sound effect.
There you go.
My number 89 is a game that's going to be absolutely much higher on your list. You just cheated and looked at my list.
It's kind of hard. You have your screen sitting over there.
You know, yeah. So anyways, my number 89, my number 89 is an environment building game that is story driven and you are in a movie. And that's Nemesis.
Alien, the board game.
Yes. I enjoy this a whole lot, but it does have things that I don't enjoy, although I do enjoy them more in this, like the hidden roles and some things that typically I don't gravitate towards is so much fun in this. I don't view sorry, I apologize for saying this. I don't view this as a board game that I enjoy. I just enjoy when our group gets together and plays it because it's just sometimes chaos and laughter, and that's about it. So it's more the experience than the board game, although I do know this is a highly rated game. A lot of people
Well,
love
and I
it.
think that's what people argue. Is it a board game or is it an experience? But like, it doesn't matter. It's you're playing a game and it has an objective at the end.
Yeah,
So,
and it does have a board game feel. Like I do
Yeah.
feel like it's a board game. It's not just an experience, but for me, it is the experience
Yeah.
that puts it higher on my list. I know it's not at my top of the 100, but it's definitely in my top 100 games of all times. And I don't know if it's gonna ever fall out because we have an absolute blast every time that we play it.
yep.
Even when we cheat.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the other ones. I don't know if I will. Maybe at some point I will. But I enjoy this enough. And the more I play it, then once it kind of phases out, and I want to try another version of Nemesis, maybe I will then. But
I don't think we play this. And
I didn't
don't
get
think you
I
played
didn't
enough
get
to-
the new one that they just kickstarted. Kind of passed on that, but I'll wait for it at retail and see how it all works out.
I enjoy it. It is number 89.
Number 89.
Nemesis.
All right, number 88. You already talked about,
Oh.
but not in this list.
Oh, okay. Ooh, fun game.
It's Anachrony, and this could be higher if we got it tabled more. Anachrony is sitting at number 88, and really it's just because of getting it played. And it's on BGA, but I need to relearn the rules again to play it on BGA. So I think it's kind of like, Barrage and some of the other heavy Gaia project was way lower in the past. Well, I guess it wasn't ever really low, but it moved up as I got to play it more, and I think that can be the case with a lot of games. Games are going to move up or move down. Go figure. It's one way or the other.
Yeah.
But this one would definitely move up if I got to play it more. So, Anachrony sitting at 88. I really like the time travel bit, and I love that whole thing.
The
about
way
it.
they did that is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's an interesting. The worker placement part's easy, but then you have all these other things that are going on that make this challenging and fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it. So that was your 88?
That's my number 88.
Awesome. My number 88 is also a game I do not own. I enjoy it a lot. I just haven't picked it up. And that is, you haven't played it yet either, I don't think. It is called World's Fair 1893.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and it's not a stellar game that is just so, amazing, drop down, you got to buy it. But it's a mix of history done in a pretty good way. And then it's just, it's this fun rondel action, Ferris wheel, Chicago Fair, Ferris wheel. And you're doing things like you're riding this Ferris wheel, kind of getting to different resources and different things that you're kind of going out and you're experiencing the fair is kind of what I can say. So it's, the cards that are coming up are going to be these inventors and these acts that you want to go see while you're at the fair, people you want to meet. And it's an enjoyable experience. Every time I've played it, it's been something that It's not overly difficult and complex, so it's a good game to be able to teach to other players. It's a game that is vastly different than so much anything I've ever played. Now, it's not strikingly wowing like I said, the epitome of every game, but it's just great. It's a lot of fun, and I finally started seeing it. They came out with an anniversary edition, and I've started seeing that at places like Barnes & Noble and stuff. So it's getting out there, and I think more people are going to start talking about it and seeing it maybe pop up on lists. But World's Fair 1893. And that is my number 88.
Cool. Very nice. So the next game is going to put a dagger in Toph's heart. And it's my number 87. Lisboa.
I want to cry right now.
Yeah. Last year, this was he was struggling to find out if this was his number 1 or not last year. But
you're probably still curious if this is my number 1
yeah, we'll
or
see.
5 or 10. Or
well, we haven't played it in a while. So there's a couple things with this. One, I like Vidal's Lacerda. When we get to it, there's one of his games I prefer above all of them, honestly. But it fits my theme. It fits how I like to play. This is a great game. I feel like I got to relearn it every time because it is that complex. But it's another one. He's like, haven't played it much. Like if I play it more, it would move up. But we played it. Like I got married, played it. But that was October last year. That's the last time I played it. We haven't pulled it out in over a year. So
I might have played a solo game recently.
Yeah, but that's the point. Like, I gifted this to Toph for Christmas. It's a great game. It needs to get played. I know he'll play it at least solo, and it's not coming off my shelf. So
yeah, it's a game that takes a lot of time as well as a lot of his games do. So, but in order to bring it out, it's a commitment. It takes time to set up. There's a good bit going on.
We can play it at night, but like we just haven't.
We haven't.
And you've been because you're not. You're not showing up at game night because you have your masters you're working on.
And even other times, there's been other times we've gotten together and played games because we've had Sunday afternoon free or some night a week, and I haven't had that unfortunately. So to be able to dedicate time to it, it just doesn't hit the table like it should.
Yeah. So Lisboa is my number 87. I don't know if I said the number.
Yeah. Or the game name. I was crying, so you may not have heard the game name. So side note, it is not on my 80 to 90 range.
There you go.
Surprisingly.
Scream for you.
So it was what number 2 last year for me.
It was number 2 last year.
So we'll see where it falls this year on my list, but it's definitely not this low. So that was number 87 for you. My number 87 is a game that we don't play a whole lot, but I think you and I both like. You like it a lot more than I do, and that is Fantasy Realms. I've got some other games that I've played before this that have been kind of told to me as this is Fantasy Realms 2.0 or, taken from Fantasy Realms. So I finally wanted to see what it is that people are talking about. And Brad kicked my you-know-what.
I like this game a lot.
Yeah, he wins, I lose. I've not won a game of this yet against anybody that I've played it with, whether it's this version or somebody else's.
I like this game. Yeah. Whatever it is, it clicks with me.
It does. And it's okay that I lose to Brad. Sometimes he needs to win.
But a couple times.
You win a good bit. But this is definitely one that there's a few games that I don't ever win, especially when I play against Brad. Radlands is another one.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
I don't lose at that.
No.
I don't know what it is about. Like, Radlands, I almost don't want to play anymore because I'm like, I don't lose. I don't know why.
Have you played your boys?
Yeah, I've never lost that game.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought they might.
No, I beat Hayden. I beat Jamon. I beat you. It's not a game I've lost at.
I have not won. I don't think I ever will win. I am terrible at that game.
Yep.
I'm not as terrible at this, but I'm not great at it either. But anyways, fun game. Absolutely fun. Even when losing.
Fantasy Realm.
Yes.
Somehow I seem to have gotten ahead of you. I don't know how that happened. But
you started.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
It happens.
So my 86
is a big model.
It's a board game. It's a tabletop game. If you can count Kingdom Death Monster and
board
Oathsworn
game?
and all those kind of things. I don't know. I'm still counting it.
I'll give you a tabletop gaming.
Yeah. So it's part of tabletop gaming. It's, they have it on BGG, some of the other things, so I'm going to count it. Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
And if you want to see 25 years of Warhammer 40K, you can watch that video. Just sit there, B-roll and music just going back and forth all my shells.
Yeah.
But
I have
anyway.
never played this, and I wanted to for a long period of time.
Yeah, and Warhammer 40K channels, they have like all, I'm sure you are not a Warhammer 40K person if you're watching us for board games, but this is a lifelong game for me. It'll be in and out probably for the rest of my life, even if I'm just building models or painting it or doing something with my sons.
From when I met Brad, I was like, okay, I got to play this game. If you like it so much, I've got to play it. I wanted to play it. And even your boys were like, no, Toph, no. Yeah. And so I will not play it. I don't think ever. And I mean, I would if you wanted to, but
if we were going to do something even close to that, we would teach you like Kill Team or something on else, a very small scale, but it's still all fighting until you die.
Yeah, it's everything I don't like.
It doesn't like any of that.
Yeah, so I'm now okay with not playing Warhammer. So I can respect it without wanting to play it, like Twilight Imperium, which I will play probably all day over Warhammer. So,
there you go. Exactly. That's my point. So that was my number 86 Warhammer 40K, like just in general, all of it.
Yeah. My 86 surprised Brad, surprised me as well, to be honest, when I saw it so low, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. This is where it fell as I did my rankings. And it's a fantastic game. I enjoy it a whole lot, but apparently there's 85 other games that I would rather at this moment play instead of it, and that is Everdell. Mm-hmm. So
it's a good game.
Fantastic game. Beautiful game.
You taught it to me.
I did. Yeah, that's right. You and Aura.
Yeah, I bought it for Aura for Christmas. You taught it to us, and then it's one of her favorite games. And then,
or did she buy it for you? No, you bought it for her.
I bought it for her.
You bought it for her.
Yeah, because she liked the nature of it and everything. Mm-hmm. I thought she would. I was trying to get her sucked into board games, and it did. It worked. Finding the theme first, and the mechanics, and everything else second. This hits the table often for me.
Yeah, I want it to hit the table more. That's why it is low on my list. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily that it's an 86 in general, like for me out of 100. There's just so many games. It's hard to rank.
You have to make a choice sooner or later.
But this isn't hitting the table for me, and I actually have a copy of it because it plays solo, and I was like, it's another solo game that maybe I can play, and it hasn't hit the table at all. My copy hasn't at all. Of course, when I played it, it's been with you or with Sierra or with somebody who has the game as well, and we're playing it together, so we're playing it, their copy. So unfortunately, it is 86, but it's still a fun game. Mm-hmm. So that is Everdell.
Great game.
And now Brad has all of Everdell, so I've not played the...
Yeah, I bought the big box at Tantrum Con last year.
Yeah, I think I have played one of the expansions, but I have not played everything, so I'm looking forward to.
I haven't played them all either.
Yeah, I think
I would have. I thought I would have by now.
Yeah, you guys play it, which is awesome.
All right, my next one. This one's dropped, but it's still a good game, and it's only dropped. I'll keep saying this, like frequency of play. Yeah. So you have to look at what you're playing, what you're not playing, and I've played a lot of games this year, and so my whole list has gotten really. To me, I've been surprised. I was surprised this landed where it did. And that's Return to Dark Tower, and it's at number 85. This is a cool game. This game does require an app. If you're going to play it solo, you can play it on your phone. If you're playing it with other people, you're going to want to either cast it to a TV so everybody can see what's going on. If you have a TV in your game room, that's kind of the problem with me. Or you need an iPad, or you need something you can kind of pass around. That's the only downside to it. I like the game. I liked the original version. I would say some of that has kind of worn off now that I've played it a few times, but it's still a good game. It's fun. It's co-op. I've enjoyed it solo, but it's just not hitting the table a ton. I didn't back the expansion. Derek did, so we'll probably end up playing it this year at some point, just to see how the expansion Kickstarter works with it and how much I like that. But I didn't feel like I needed it to expand my experience. I enjoyed, the first Kickstarter and the little expansion that came with it. I
was going to say, you have a couple expansions, don't you?
It came with, like, if you did all in, like I got all in, so it had a couple extra characters and it increased the difficulty. So I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't feel like I needed the expansion. They were basically relaunching this to get more money, which is fine, as they should. And people wanted it, and were like, "Oh, it is good. I want to go get it." And then they added another expansion to it so that it, meets the Kickstarter requirements.
Awesome.
So, but yep, we'll get it. We'll get it played and get it reviewed and such.
It's a fun game. I enjoy it. I don't think it made this year's top 100 for me, but it was close to it. I do remember that.
Yeah. So it was all good. So Return to Dark Tower sitting at number 85.
So for me, my 85 is another game I do play solo, but I enjoy it more playing with other people. And it's another Roll and Rights. I've got a lot of those on my list this year. But this is Rolling Realms.
This did not make my list.
Probably not. This is not really.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, I didn't make it.
I enjoy it. But see, also I have played a lot of Stonemeyer's games. I think that when it first came out,
I would say like if you like Stonemeyer games, this gives you all those kind of like little feels and the little Easter eggs of like, oh yeah, I see why they're doing these cards, and I can see it.
Yeah,
and I think like if you're a Stonemeyer fan, you're gonna like this.
Yeah. Now, Stonemeyer has been coming out with expansions, like new cards to play into it, and some of them have not been Stonemeyer's games, and I do have a couple of those that I've picked up some of the packs, but I've stopped picking up the packs because I don't play it quite enough to need all the packs. There's also a ton on BGA of like fan-submitted packs or options to be able to play, and that's kind of cool. I've actually played a couple of those, which is kind of fun.
Wasn't it originally just a free print and play?
Yeah, so he started it during COVID, and he actually did, he played them online, and so you could download like a PDF of the cards, and then every week, I think it was like once a week, he did a live play, and you could play along and see what you did, and like submit your scores. I don't know if the comment, I forget what it was. COVID was so long ago now.
Right.
But then he actually printed a copy of it, and it's nice because you don't have to keep printing sheets all the time. It's kind of the cards, so. I enjoy it. It's fun. I've taken it to Recon. I usually throw it in bags when I go to game nights, not our game nights, but with other friends, because you can play so quick, kind of a fun little option to throw in and do 1 or 2 rounds of it. So that's Rolling Realms, my number 85.
Nice. All right. So we're on to my 84. As I stretch.
Oh.
And this is for Glory. We did a review of this. This kickstarted, and I think I feel like it delivered within a year, and it delivered fairly decently. It was a reprint of For Glory, and then they had an expansion. So they were just trying to make the expansion, so maybe that's why it was able to deliver a little bit faster.
Maybe was it a reprint of this exact game, or was it?
Yeah, it was. Okay. They made the first game, so this was like their second Kickstarter, kind of like Return to Dark Tower.
I didn't know that they had another version of it, so. It's
the same version.
Yeah, I didn't know this was another Kickstarter. I didn't know it was a reprint of it.
Got it. Yeah. So then I like the expansion that goes in this. You've got heroes that like level up. And then this is the deluxe version of it. So I think like all in, this is like $120 or something like that. So it's not cheap, but you can play it solo. This made my top 10 solo games because it's kind of brutal. Beating the game solo, it's a tough, punishing kind of solo game, but at least you can sit there and play the cards and fight and things like that. And I think you liked it.
I actually did. And now
it was surprising. Like you didn't think you're going to like it because it was battle, but there's enough strategy in it.
Yeah.
That, I think you at least hit it. It hit a 7 at least for you.
I'm kind of laughing right now, and I'm looking at my list because it actually made either it made my top 100 or it was just close to it. And I was like, why was that there? And I confused it with another game. So I dropped it all the way off. And now that I'm seeing the box lit, I'm like, wait a minute. I actually kind of did. It's not top 10,
right?
But I actually did kind of like this game. It's not just battle and war. Like there's a lot of game and
yeah.
It's
like how you buy how you buy, extra things in between the gladiatorial fights and what triggers a fight and then who goes first and second and then all of that and meshing together
and building up your I want to say it's like leaders, but it's not leaders, but
your tableau.
Yeah, you're building your tableau.
Yeah.
And those
your resources
things,
and how they give you extra things or
exactly, and how you can start to chain things, build an engine to get more
your
money.
Sponsors. I think it's
sponsors. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, sponsors to get more money, and all those little things, like those are things I absolutely love, and so it's not just fighting. Which honestly, the fighting aspect I kind of enjoyed too. It's
I think it was a surprise for you.
Yeah, it did surprise me.
Yeah. So number 84 for me is For Glory.
Good game. I'm kind of sad now that I don't know if it was top 100 and I kicked it off or what, but I do remember thinking, wait a minute, why would I like that game? And I think I was confusing with God's Forge.
Oh, that might be.
Which I absolutely did not like.
Yeah. That battle was just all battle. But,
yeah.
And it's one of the few games I don't think expansions are necessary, but I do really recommend that expansion in that game.
Yeah, we played.
I don't think you need the deluxe components. You don't need that, but I really think that expansion, having a hero that levels up, is a lot of fun.
Yeah, the expansion I think is. I'm sure the expansion's not outrageously expensive for it.
No, but they're not like trying to be super cheap with their games.
Yeah,
which is not they're a small company. They made this one game,
and it's good quality. The box is thick. The cards are nice. Well, you have the upgraded pieces. They're really nice.
Yeah.
So, awesome.
But it's good.
Yeah. My 84. Can I go on, or do you want to talk
go
about
for it.
My 84 is. I don't know if it's on your list or not, but it's Big Brother. If I don't know if we're going to call it that way. I'm surprised it did not make my list because I enjoy it a lot. I think I might like this a little bit more. And it is Ahoy. So Ahoy,
From Leader Games.
Yeah, from Leader Games. Yeah, I kind of consider it like Root Light, almost. Which I enjoy Root. I don't love Root. Like, it's not my go-to favorite, but Root was on my top 100 the last couple years, and I'm kind of surprised it didn't make it. And I think it's because we haven't played Root in like a year. The last time I played it, you were not playing. It was at game night. You were playing another game, and it was Ashby and Alex and I. Yeah. And it's an absolutely fun game when I play it. I really do enjoy it. The first game I didn't enjoy so much because I still didn't know what was going on. But then all of a sudden I was like, wait, no. I kind of took my mind out of it and realized everybody plays different and all this kind of stuff. So when Ahoy came out and you picked up Ahoy, I went into it with that thought, okay, everybody's a little bit different. And to see the comparison between the characters, they're not as complex as Root. But I really enjoy this kind of moving around, a little bit lighter weight. I don't know if I will ultimately say I like it more than Root, but this one did make my list, and it deserves to be on my top 100. I want to play this.
Easier to table, easier to learn.
Yeah. And
still some nuances that's easy to mess up.
It is, yeah. But thinking between the two, like Root and this, I would rather the experience of Root, I think, but I would rather say let's play Ahoy than play Root. So I don't know what that says about me, but I enjoyed it a good bit. So this is Ahoy. It is my number 84.
And they just came out. They had a Kickstarter for a couple of expansions, a couple more character expansions.
Which I think will be good. I think that might be needed. There's not a whole lot. You got, 4 in this game? But it's fun.
Very good. All right, the next one, Toph forgot to bring the box lid, so I blame him.
I don't think I forgot. I don't think you asked me to.
I'll look at my text later. Anyway, number 83. This one has dropped, but I think it's just because we found some new two-player games this year that I like more than this. And then as I was ranking them, it fell in this slot. So number 84, 83. 83 is Seven Wonders Duel. Yeah. It's a really good game. I don't like Seven Wonders anymore. I've either aged out or I just think there's other games, and like without Seven Wonders, there wouldn't be a bunch of games. So I can't say it's like a bad game, but I just don't want to play it. Seven Wonders Duel, I'll play it anytime. I do enjoy the game, but I think as a 2-player game, we're on to other fads, for us now when we sit down and play a 2-player game.
Yeah. I still enjoy Seven Wonders more than you do. I will recommend Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders is unique because
Alex has like everything in Seven Wonders, so I don't need it. He's got like all the expansions.
Yeah, there's a few.
But I did buy it when it was like I needed a game to play 7 people. and like you can literally play 7 people with that game. So it's
Yeah.
you know, when you have 5, 6, and 7 people in a game, it's one of the go-tos because it's a good game. It's just I would rather play other ones.
And I still enjoy it at the lower player counts too. I do not enjoy playing it 2-player, but Seven Wonders Duel is it's a better version of Seven Wonders. It is only 2-player, but it is such a good game. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it. We do.
Yep.
So I don't think he asked me to bring the box, but that's another story. So that was your number
83.
83. My number 83, you absolutely love. I think it's in your top 10. Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle.
This game's horrible.
I surprisingly enjoy this game a lot. You actually gave me this game.
I did give you that game because and Ara was like, "You gave my game away," but she didn't like it either. It was a big turd.
Did you?
Turd.
I do have to ask, how many times did you play it? Did you just play year 1?
We played it a couple times, but yeah.
Okay, the first couple years suck.
So make it suck at the beginning so you don't ever want to play past that.
Okay, so, and this is where you need to give some games a try. So this is a great game for non-gamers so that they learn how to play a mechanic that is a gamer mechanic, like deck building. And so year 1 is teaching somebody how to play a deck builder game, and it's boring as all get out. Year 2 adds a little bit to it, so it teaches it slowly. By year 3, you start to see things. By year 4, it actually is a game. And then you can play up through 7, and then I actually now have both expansions as well that add a lot of complexity into it, a lot of monsters, a lot of things like building potions and all that kind of stuff as you play. So yeah, it can add into it. Now, I will say I am a huge Harry Potter nerd, so
but
part of the reason
why
I
I got it.
Yeah, but I think
because my wife and stepkids and
like
we all they're huge. I'm like a little like if they're a 10, I'm a 9 or an 8. But
I think that helps add the nerdiness to it. But it's not for everyone. I will say that, but I have enjoyed it.
They need to make a Cthulhu Death May Die Harry Potter. That would be cool. Take that mechanic, take the game, and reskin it into Harry Potter. Like Voldemort would be the bad guy, and you're going through and trying to collect like year 1 would be the Sorcerer's Stone, and you're trying to get that. And year 2 would be you could literally take Cthulhu Death May Die's mechanic, tweak it a little bit so
it would put into the.
But it would be cool. I think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
You'd have the miniatures, and you still have the story, and you're trying to do do those little quests that they have.
Screaming spells at each other as you go and stuff.
That'd be cool.
That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, this loses.
You're welcome,
the theme
Simon. I want my cut. Just remember.
It's going to come out like the others, and I'm going to be like, oh, that game is garbage. Anyways, that was my number 83, Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle.
All right, my number 82, and I'm going to have to stretch.
We have a graveyard of games around us. It's glorious.
Is Welcome to just a flip and write. Yeah. And this was one of the first flip and writes I think I purchased. And it's kind of funny when you think back then. It's like, what the heck are they trying to teach me? Like, and it's easy, but it's just kind of funny when you're like, the first time you play something new, you're like, I don't understand what they're trying to tell me. It's so new. It's so weird.
A new mechanic.
I don't know why it is like that, right? But it is. Welcome to, way better than Welcome to the Moon. For me, I know other people like Welcome to the Moon. They like all the different maps. I want this basic thing, and I don't need all the other stuff that Welcome to the Moon was trying to do. But I understand why people prefer that to this. I want the basic. I want the paper. And it's, you can play it solo. You can play it.
Have you played the other maps? So not like Welcome to the Moon, or if there was another one as well.
I've tried to play it. I tried to get through Welcome to the Moon, that little campaign and stuff, but I just couldn't stop.
I didn't enjoy Welcome to the Moon at all either. But they have like Welcome to
Las
that's
Vegas
like,
and
well, yeah. So they have those games, but then for just basic Welcome to, and correct me if I'm wrong, those of you that are watching, but they have like a Halloween map, and they have like they have these.
I have never printed
those. It's the same game. It's just different, a little bit of reskin. So it has a little difference here or there, but it's not changing it to like Welcome to the Moon. But
nope, I have not done that.
Either, but,
So number 82, Welcome to My Neighborhood, the original. I like it.
Fun little game.
Definitely.
Awesome. My number 82 is a solo-only game. They don't have a mechanic, I don't think, that makes it multiplayer. I wouldn't want to play it multiplayer even if they did, and that is Friday.
Yeah.
I played...
You played this online. We did a video of it on the channel.
And I lost. I don't know if I've ever won it, which really makes me feel bad when Alex is like, "Oh yeah, I play a lot of Friday and I win a lot," and I'm like, "How? What? Like
in our board game group?"
Yeah.
Oh,
he picked it up.
But some people online were the same way. Like, well, once you understand the trick, and you're like,
"Well, I'm bad at board games for a reason." So
evidently, even knowing the trick, Toph loses.
So it's a fun game. Yeah, we do have a playthrough, I forgot, and a review, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of fun, but it's a good one to pull out. It does make me think more like in terms of solo games that are not like Arkham Horror and stuff like that. Like when I think of like my flipping rights and stuff like that I play solo.
Quick and easy to bring out.
This is much quicker, but it's also a little bit thinkier. And like I said, I lose all the time, but it's still fun to pull it out. I don't pull it out as much now just because I have a handful of other games that are newer and they have that new factor to it that I enjoy. So, but Friday, small little box, fun little game.
So this next game, I have only played it on BGA, but I like playing it on BGA. I usually only play it at 2. Sometimes I'll play it at 3 players. But I also think because on BGA you can kind of keep the score as you're going. You know, and I don't have to like figure out what the scores are. I like it that way. Some I'm like, I think I would find it fiddly trying to score. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's Acropolis.
Oh, I've heard fantastic things about
so
that
Acropolis, you've got, it's a 3 octagon domino, right? And they have different colors, and it's the typical, if I have the blues all touching, I'm going to get 1 point for every blue that's there. And if I have purples, together, but they have to be surrounded, then all the purples score. The reds always have to be on the outside and never surround, they can't be in the middle. But then you can layer it. So you start getting multipliers if you build them on top of stuff. Huh. And so if you build the second layer, all those score double. And then if you can get to the third layer, it scores triple. So I like playing that game, and I'll sit down there, and it's kind of like a filler online game for me, and I'll try to play it live more than like turn based. But I do enjoy it. I think I would like it on the table, but I think it would just be a little bit more fiddly. Trying to figure out your scoring is all.
Yeah. Or it's one of those games you just play as best as you can and then see what happens at the end.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Acropolis, I do find that to be a really good game.
Yeah, I would like to play that at some point. That might be something I might be interested in playing on BGA. I don't, for some reason, enjoy BGA, and it's not BGA, it's me. I don't enjoy playing games online so much, but something like that feels more like a puzzle that I'm playing online.
Right.
So I might actually enjoy that.
Very cool. So, yeah, that is my number 81. It's the final game of this list, Acropolis.
Okay. And my 81 is a game you haven't played yet. I'm going to get you to play it at some point. But that is Civilization: A New Dawn. I enjoy Sid Meier's Civilization, but I really enjoy this one because it's a little bit friendlier and easier to table. Doesn't take quite as long. I also lose to this game quite often. Ashby, go figure, destroyed me the last time I played.
Didn't Jamon beat you too?
Yes.
What position did you come in?
Yeah, I was last. But it's...
Last. Last.
My name is Toph, and I'm bad at board games. But yeah, it's a fun game. The mechanics in this, this is why I think you would enjoy it. You enjoy that abomination of what some say is better than Terraforming Mars. Ark Nova. But the action selection in it, this is the tech tree in, well, I guess tech tree in both, but tech tree in Civilization. The cards, how you're moving them, how you're letting them get up in the slot, and then you spend it because it's a little bit better. And that is something that works well in this game. This has been out before that one, so I don't want to say this is the first to do that, but it is very well done in this game, and it is building a civilization. It is a little bit more of a civilization game than some of the others that we have played, but it's not, again, just going back to the true Sid Meier Civilization, which is more of a slog and fun game, great game, but takes much longer to play and much more of a commitment, even mentally, to sit down and play. But this one's fun. I enjoy it. It's fun to see the map out there, and if you've played online, then you know what this is like, because it's a pretty good adaptation feel wise of the feel of A New Dawn. So.
Yeah, and I want to play this because I want to compare it to Mosaic now that I like Mosaic.
Yeah, and it is very different, but at the same time, you're going to see some.
Yeah, so I'm just curious, like I hate Through the Ages. Despise that game.
I like that one.
Hate that game. But I liked Mosaic. I think I'll like this. Lighter versions of that.
Exactly. Yeah. But still, some people hate on this game a lot. I don't. I mean, I guess I can see why, but it's not. I don't. It's fun.
You enjoy it.
Just sit down. Just sit down and play a game. If you don't enjoy it, that's fine. Like, I do enjoy Through the Ages. You did not at all.
But some people love it. Like, there's a reason it's on the top 100. I think it's still in the top 20 of BGG. It's not in the top 10 anymore. But
I would say I enjoy Through the Ages did not make my top 100 this year, I don't think. We don't play it.
Right.
And so sitting down and trying to play it like solo, I don't even know if you really can play it solo. I don't know if I would even enjoy that so much. But this one's fun and it's approachable. I would not say Through the Ages is approachable to someone who is a non-gamer or whatever. But anyway, so fun game.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
So what do you think? Do you like some of our games? Are they higher or lower on your list? Have you played them? Not played them? We would really like to know that. And if you have an 80 or 81 to 90, go ahead and list them all out.
Yeah, throw down in the comments. We'd love to see what your lists are as well. I know that happens sometimes, and it's kind of fun to compare them. It's just fun to see what else is out there as well. So
exactly.
Yeah, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so that you can see the remainder of our lists as they come out.
Thank you for watching, and just remember, no matter how you play, if you play solo, with family, or friends,
enjoy whatever games you are bringing to the table.
Have a great night.
Bye.